Good morning, everybody. What a wonderful morning it is. It's happy Thursday morning. It's time for morning manna. Yes, it's a little earlier than typically I have morning manna or do morning manna, but I got things I got to do. So I got to get this manna in so that you can get it inside of you and have a great day by getting the word. So we're just going to get the word into you. You know, I've been dealing with family all week long. Been dealing with family all week long, and we're going to continue to deal with it today. And I have a word for you today. And you know, typically I got to call some folk out, but I got to see first. Good morning, Sharon. How are you this morning? Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Brenda. I hope yesterday went okay for you. Good morning, Pastor Richard. Pastor Richard is our missionary, one of two of our missionaries in Africa. He's doing an excellent job at New Life Monrovia, and then we have another pastor at New Life Abidjan in Cote d'Ivoire. And so I thank God for you, Pastor Richard and Sharon. Gail, how are you guys doing this morning? Good morning, Kofi. Kofi is a minister in our church here. He is from Accra. I just love that. Ghana. Ghana is a wonderful, beautiful country too. Good morning, Andre. Bless you. Good morning, Linda. How are you guys doing? Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. My security brother, you need to come on now. I know we're in COVID, but you need to come on and do some security too, as well as we move forward. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got a word for you all on this morning, and we're talking about family pain. We're dealing with family pain. And I don't know about you, but if you have a family, you have some pain, because I don't know a family that has never been without pain. Family pain. And we just want to just deal with that with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. That's what I do. What do? You're going to give the hearts to likes. You're going to share the manna. You're going to do watch parties. You're going to put the revelation in the manna. Let's get into this morning. Family pain. How do I forgive? How do I get over things? Genesis is the text. Genesis 33 and 4. Genesis 33 and 4. Here's what it says. It says, but Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. He threw his arms around him and kissed him, and they both cried. Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him and kissed him, threw his arms around him, and they both cried. What's going on in the text? Now, in 33, you find what is happening, which is really started back in 27, the 27th chapter in Genesis. In the 27th chapter in Genesis, the 41st verse, this is what you find. It says, Esau held a grudge against Jacob and said, when my father dies, I'm going to kill you. What would cause him to say to Jacob that he's going to kill him after his father dies? Well, you know what? You would think that he's got some justification to feel the way he feels, because you know the story. Upon their being born, they're twins, Esau and Jacob. Jacob tried to pull him back so he could be the firstborn in the womb of their mother, Rebekah. Even after that, what happened? He stole his birthright and then got the blessing. Esau said, I've had enough. Now you remember Esau was out hunting and everything. He came back and they tricked him and says, is this you, Esau? Is this Jacob? Okay, Jacob and his mom had got together to trick Israel so he could not figure it all out. Isaac, and so what happens? He then gets his blessing and gets his birthright. Now, in getting his birthright, he gets all of the rights to then to do what he needs to do with the family income after his father dies. By getting the blessing is the last words that his father's going to place on him upon his death. They took that very, very seriously in biblical times. So Esau is without both of those things and said, you know what? I can't deal with this. You have taken all of this from me, and I'm going to kill you. Now, let me help you with the story. That's why Jacob then runs and lives with Laban, his uncle in a far off land. Ends up marrying Rachel. You know the story because she's so beautiful. But the key here is that's what happens to him. He runs from the family because he is running from Esau, who says, I'm going to kill you when my dad dies, when our father dies, because of what you have taken from me, swindle from me. Jacob, the swindler, the supplanter. Now, in the 32nd chapter, got to give you the story so you can get an understanding of what's happening here. In the 32nd chapter is when Jacob wrestles with God all night. Now, we like to look at that. I didn't let God go until he blessed me. Don't let him go. Don't let the Lord go until he blesses you. But what Jacob is actually wrestling with is himself, and God is in the midst of the wrestling match. He's wrestling with the fact because he knows the next day, which is our text, the 33rd chapter. He knows the next day he's going to meet Esau, his brother, who has promised, I'm going to kill you because of what you did to me. If this isn't family pain, I don't know what is. And if there needs to be some forgiveness, I don't know what is. So how do you deal with this? How do you get past this? How do you work this? 3 things I want to share with you, and perhaps you can apply to your life as well. The first thing is you got to pivot. At some point, Esau had to pivot from his past. He had to pivot from all that Jacob had done against him. At some point, he said, you know what? I cannot stay in this place any longer. He had to pivot. The second thing that he had to do, he had to pursue each other. Notice that in 33:4, it was Esau who ran to Jacob, and Jacob who had run from Esau. He runs to him. Jacob is thinking, I'm going to have to fight for my life. But he embraces him, kisses him, and he now knows that Esau has forgiven him. He has forgiven him. So Esau pivoted, Esau pursued, and here's the last thing. He had to plan for the future. You can have a future if you are hung up on your past. You cannot make it in your future. As they say, you will never have a tomorrow if you're still thinking about yesterday. It just will not happen. You, as long as you are chained to your past, you can never move into your future. And Esau said, enough of all of that. What's going on in your family life? What's going on in your life, period? Perhaps it's time for you to pivot. Perhaps it's time for you to pursue. Perhaps it's time for you to plan for your future. Now, I want you to notice what was the last verse in the 33rd chapter. They named the place and this encounter and all that went on El Elohim, which means great is our God. It's going to require God's greatness to get you past the pain of your family. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: turn the page on your past, hurts, and press forward to your future. Turn the page. Turn the page so you can get past whether it's family pain or whatever the pain may be. Hey, that's the word for this morning. May the Lord be with you. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share the manna. Share the manna. I got more manna tomorrow morning. God bless you.